Gabriel held on to Haaland's shirt longer than Arsenal held on the league title. As they say, watching Arsenal is like watching Netflix, you always wait for the next season. Two things that will always be true. First, Earth is round. Second, Arsenal. When Arsenal bottle the quad this year, it will be the most impressive season of football history. Bernardo Silva was an absolute warrior out there. The wildest thing to me is not that Gabriel didn't get a red for the 99.9% headbutt, it's that he hadn't already gotten a yellow by that point. Cherki glided past three of Arsenal's world-class defenders for that goal. Stay humble. O'Reilly is so good. How he managed to wriggle through three players on the line was insane. Also, Ez was actually pretty solid. He was looking like a proper attacking midfielder out there. Should have never been taken off. Also, props to Donnarumma for making up for that dreadful mistake leading to Arsenal's goal. I was thirsty throughout the night, then I remembered Arsenal was playing today. By the absolute letter of the law, Gabriel should have had a red card, no questions asked. Pure favoritism, and Man City still whooped them. O'Reilly is literally a box-to-box defender. I don't think Maduk beat a single man that entire match, while Doku was beating Mosquera every time he had the ball, and Cherki single-handedly beat three defenders in his goal. That's the difference. Arsenal were keeping first place warm for City. You mean Arsenal is the king of second place? Arsenal Bottling Company is the world's leading producer of bottles. They did what they do best. At Dugacy 134, Gabriel is world-class, there is no denying that. At Dugacy 134, he is a top-class defender. If you disagree, you don't watch football. If he wanted to exchange shirts, he could have asked politely and waited until end of the match. No need to rip it off the guy. He desperately wants Haaland's shirt, a world-class player. Haaland used a good hold on a shirt to leverage his goal, can hardly complain. This league is so grabby. As a player, none of this was allowed even in high school. At Michael Bonanno 7476, Gabriel has always been a dirty player. People just didn't realize it until recently. At Michael Bonanno 7476, it's just how the sport is in the Premier League. Other leagues play pretty fair and with more finesse than the Premier League does. They kept the trophies warm though for the actual winners. That goal looked like prime Messi, Maradona, Ronaldinho. What an exciting player. At Miguel Rodriguez P1 SS TBH, we were really lucky to pick him up, especially at the absurd price he was at. I knew he would be incredible. His performance this season doesn't even surprise me at all. He's been on my radar for time, absolute baller. At HHHZZZM8I, you don't know what you're saying, you're just repeating what pundits in France were saying. But if you see him play every match, you see the work rate he has. At HHHZZZM8I, he's not lazy. What is this narrative even based on? He is all over the pitch and always tracks back. The other game against Chelsea, he lost the ball on the right wing in their final third, then tracked the opponent all the way back to the other final third on the left side of the pitch. Watch football, not TikTok, mate. At MMM08201, better than United whole squad, except maybe Bruno. They are world-class, same 2-3 better duos this season. Beautiful game all the way around by both teams. FR Ez is a baller regardless of how funny Arsenal are to hate. Watch, I like him. Shocking to see it not sent that way by VAR, no other explanation. If he wanted to exchange shirts so badly, ask politely and waited until end of the match. This and somehow it's just a yellow each, madness. Gabriel's only chance against Haaland is foul play. Absolutely no call for ripping another player's shirt off. No way he doesn't get a yellow for the shirt. Ike about favoritism, but yay should be red. Arsenal paid ref some money for sure. Gabriel shouldn't have been allowed to be on the pitch after that shirt-tearing shirt pull challenge, and the ref even allowed him to headbutt Haaland. PGMOL should investigate the ref's bank balance. Jid Haaland was trying to score when he scored his goal, and he did. Why argue with an Arsenal fan when you can just wait? Clear red for Gabriel. Arsenal had the refs on their side and still lost. Saw someone comment that Arteta's wife chose him because he always finishes second. How is that not a red for Gabriel? If you throw a punch and miss it, it's a red, so if he tries to headbutt and misses, it should be a red card too. They were right about the quad being on, the quad bottle. 10-22 Gabriel trying to be tough, but Haaland doesn't move an inch. Dude should have had 3 reds at this point in the game. Shout out to Kusanov, didn't put a foot wrong the entire game, came out on top every single time against Havertz, crucial blocks and great distribution. This kid looks really solid. Instant classic, probably the best since City Liverpool 2019. Thought O'Reilly was immense on both ends of the pit. Gabby's so nice he wanted Haaland's shirt, what an inspiration to bottling. Pep Guardiola is the weapon fashioned against Arsenal and Atheta. Whoever edited this highlight deserves a raise. That should have been a red to Gabriel than a combined yellow. Turkey is freakishly talented. Absolutely pathetic refereeing. Gabriel shouldn't have been on the pitch after that shirt pulling. And the ref even let him headbutt Haaland, WTF. Might just be the greatest bottle in PL history, you just gotta love it. Yeah, traditionally I don't agree with that being a red, but going by what the refs have been doing for the past at least 10 years, that should 100% be a red card. At ball Hubk no with headbutt, it was a red 100%, you don't just get away with that. At ball Hayubk they wonder why players throw themselves to the ground, because if Haaland sells the headbutt it's an automatic red card. You need to be able to referee without the theatrics. At ball Hubk if Haaland goes down it's given. Sad to see a player being punished for staying on their feet. At Sheldop at 8173 I agree, Gabriel should have been off well before he tried to headbutt Haaland. At LTK bragging about another man's money, couldn't be more sad. At LTK damn, he hurt your feelings. Well, now let's wait for Howard Webb to tell us it was actually an attempted kiss with consent and therefore fine. At G Modulus it makes me mad that players like Haaland get punished for their honesty. A lesser player throws himself to the ground and it's an instant red. The rules-based reason is that it's not violent enough to constitute violent conduct for a red card. It's basically the same as pushing someone, except it's with your head, i.e. it was a shove, not a headbutt. The real reason, though, is that Haaland didn't drop to the ground holding his head in agony. If he'd done that, Gabriel would have been. For not backing down to some dude trying to bully him, bad boy, yellow for you. It's insane how protected Gabriel is by the refs. He pulls Haaland's hair, which we now know is violent conduct plus straight red, only if you play for United though, and he constantly tries to molest the guy and even headbutted him. How he didn't get sent off, I'll never know. Most overrated defender in the league. Gabriel focused on fouling all match instead of winning it. Seriously cannot believe that as chance did not go in, and then Havertz' header missed at the end. The bottle is strong. Anthony Taylor should be investigated for how he refereed Gabriel today. Headbutt is not a deliberate violent conduct. So why didn't Arsenal play like this before this game? They wait until the most important game of the season to play like this. What about Wolves, Chelsea, Liverpool, City in the cup final? If Donnarumma had not gifted Havertz, that goal would have been 2-0. Turkey is a freaking menace. O'Reilly has become a key part of this squad. Arsenal and bottling is a better love story than Twilight. Even with the help of the ref, Arsenal found a way to bottle it. As a neutral viewer, that was absolutely mind-boggling. It was so blatant. Before you apply the Arsenal shirt discount. Also pulled his hair earlier in the game, which we know is also violent conduct now, only if it's a United player. And they still didn't even score a goal proper, had to rely on Donnarumma's goof-up. Ref for sure had a bet on Arsenal cause Gabriel should have been sent off multiple times over. I guess some players still see the rabbit instead of the duck. I don't know why Arteta keeps changing formations and starting 11. You can't keep changing the ingredients of a dish and expect the same quality. Heard Arsenal received a Aquafina sponsor post-game since they represent the bottle so well. Welcome, you are now streaming the bottle Season 4 Ep 3. Donnarumma and the referee played for Arsenal today, and the Gunners still lost. Rayan Cherki is the best footballer in the league.